Yeah, yeah.
All right, so.
Yeah, what up, Chris?
All right, so remember what I wanted to originally say on the phone, but I got distracted because people were eavesdropping, which I need to do news so I could do that too. Uh, so okay, so 20% is still weed, and then 10% is now money. So it's basically still 30% then, right? If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
But it's
Okay.
also you can you can basically combat people skipping out and shit, you know?
I guess, but like, I feel like people just end up doing their own thing. They get their own washers then at that point. Then
Then they're
they
not
get,
for the
because
gang.
people.
That's
But
just
I
what
mean,
it,
that's a lot of our people. They ended up, when we're all broke, people are buying cars and everything else, while we're all fucking struggling and trying to give shit to the gang. So, but like, I
did I
learned
not
not
say
to like
20% on
bother
everything?
bitching about that shit because
Or am I
like
tripping?
you choose to do this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I what I'm saying, Chris, is like so say now you ain't giving the money, right? Say someone in the gang, we find out someone in the gang's cleaning their own money or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though we spent millions of dollars on these washing machines, and now someone in the gang decides to go do their own shit, then they're showing us that they're not gang, and then K's gonna do the necessary things to.
We know exactly who the people are. You don't have to figure that out. That, like, if I'm the bad guy for saying it, I'm fine with saying it.
Wait, what are you trying to
But I
say?
mean, like, like we're saying, like, we want to know, like, who's not for gang. People are for gang, but they're also just selfish gang members. Like, we know who our selfish gang people are.
Well, you know, let's like I think everybody has their own opinion, and we can go back and forth with that, but I think it's just moving forward at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. Especially if the
But
system just pays for the materials, that'll be badass for me. So.
but again, no one's saying for you not to have your opinion and not to speak on it, right? It's like
Mhm.
Zakid, right? Zakid was speaking on a lot of shit early, and then people were like on his ass, but he was saying nothing but facts. You know what I'm saying? When he was speaking
Yeah,
on
but
it.
also, listen, I'll speak my mind if I make it to this meeting. A lot of people say shit, and they're also the same people doing the same shit they're talking shit about people doing. Like I said, they're not. People aren't gonna need to be like me and you and Patar and stuff like that. But like, if people are gonna actually say shit, then they should actually fucking back up half the shit they know or do.
Yeah, from Texas, from an OOC
So
perspective, yeah,
that's like 5 different members.
100%. So speak your mind, Chris. Speak your mind.
I mean, it's not to speak my mind. We all know people that talk the most in the meeting are the same people that pretend that they do a lot of shit for the gang, and they do like one thing, and then we don't see them do shit for like 3 months. Same, like, hence Tugs, Zakid, Peanut, fucking Taco. But for Taco's excuses, at least like we know he's not around. These other people pretend to be around. So I'll be the bad guy. I don't give a fuck.
So what do you mean? Like, I think Saki does a lot.
All right, tell me what he do. Besides go to jobs. He gave 50K one time. He said he was supposed to help out with Sani, and then he just didn't do it.
Zakid was selling weed for a lot. Zakid got
Everybody was selling the weed.
put a lot of the clowns and shit and on the weed and stuff.
Everybody was selling weed.
And then what else?
And it's not just Zakid. I'm just saying.
I remember.
Names,
I also too remember Zakid can't be around a lot because of he doesn't have a train ticket.
Yeah, same.
Oh yeah, you know. But what Zakid's more on next storm, no?
No, he was this storm, but he just stopped waking up.
Because this storm's easy to get in, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm just saying. I said names. I said Tugs. I said Peanut. I said everybody else.
What
Not
is it?
just
What
Zakid.
what is it with Tugs?
Tugs, I feel like
I think-
he's probably the most selfish person out of all the gang.
In what sense?
In the sense that he'll go say a bunch of shit and then go do his own thing, don't want to help other people out on that one thing. Suarez had to learn from a fucking somebody else, then Suarez had to teach everybody else, where he kept to himself and limited everybody else. Nobody needed his money, but he could have helped and taught everybody.
Yeah. I think. Well, I had a conversation with Tugs yesterday. Tugs more gives K money directly, right? The moonshine shit he put Suarez on, and he's put Ari on. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, listen.
Who else? Okay. But no. Okay. Now. Okay. You said Tugs. You said Sakid. All right. So what?
Peanut.
Okay. Tell me about Peanut now. I want you to explain this shit. You say names, so you're gonna have to explain it.
I mean, I'm explaining it. People say that they do shit for the gang, and then you said that we need to tax people that haven't been doing enough or giving their part to the gang. So what is considered given to the gang? Like actually getting shit done, or just showing up, going to jail, or going to a job? You know what I'm saying?
I think so. But you said like Peanut, like, well, what hasn't Peanut done?
Well, when you say that they haven't been given to the gang, so I'm saying when they like as in like not actually given to the gang. Like you said,
oh,
like,
I got what you're saying.
Yeah, like money, shit like that, doing their like fair share when it comes to the grind type shit.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, Peanut just rubs jewelry all day, but now he knows that he has to give 20% of the money runs to the gang, right? Because Peanut didn't really push weed, so Peanut he's more of like the you know, the guy that's gonna get the money on the street, right? He's gonna rob people, he's gonna do this, so he's not gonna like sell stuff, whatever, or sell weed too much. But now all of that shit gets taxed. That's the whole point.
That's what I'm saying.
And now, hold on. All right. So, also you got to look at sweat equity means something, right? Peanut is a fall guy just as much as me and you are the fall guy, right? And Peanut's around every day, so Peanut's gonna be saving people. He's gonna be, you know, doing drills. He's gonna do what he needs, right? All right. Okay. So you said Peanut. Now, what about Taco? Cause
well, I said Taco gets a slide because he actually just doesn't wake up. It's not really like when people in the beginning when people were shit talking because he got a car and all that shit, and then like weed money wasn't getting paid or whatever. No, I was just kind of trolling with Taco. But Taco don't really wake up. It ain't really his fault.
hey, cause that's my boy, you know what I mean? But no. Also, Taco is like the guy that has seen everything, so he pretty much knows how everything is gonna go. That's why I think a lot of times Taco just kind of like, I'm gonna do my own thing type shit. Cause he doesn't want to be in 100 meetings daily.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
the reason why I even said this is because you said that the gang wants people to start paying their dues because some people haven't been paying shit or doing shit, which is now why we're taxing whatever. But it's the same exact tax, the same shit. I'm just saying that it's been the same people with the same mindset that don't have it like the big picture mindset. They have the small picture mindset.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's the same people. It doesn't make them bad. It's just that if we're gonna sit here and like pretend that it's not the same people, then you know what I mean. And then for like, you know, people like, you know, you sat here and said, well, they did this and they did that. I mean, we all did shit, you know what I mean? But I'm going to point out the fact that, you know, some people say they do shit and it's bare minimum. So, but I choose to do this. So, I mean, it's
No,
kinda
but you got to understand that what you do doesn't take away what someone else does. If someone else is doing less, doesn't take away from what Chris does, right? You know, Chris has mats all the time. You know what I'm saying? You do a lot of shit, right? A lot of shit gets done, right? No one's taking that away from you, right? And you are, in a sense, the giving type, right? Here's a bunch of free mats, don't give a fuck, blah, blah, blah. And I can understand how you felt, how that could get overlooked. Because in a gang of 30 people, that will get overlooked, right? So, hence why you see Tugs, right? He'll do his thing and then give his money directly to K. So K understands that it comes from Tugs, right? Because I guess he understands that process. Hence why K's saying now, you know what? If y'all doing your own shit and y'all not putting the money the way it needs to be going, then there's 10% coming from money washing. That's going to go back to the gang. That's going to benefit the gang.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
No, you do. I was just like, you said that, you know, you asked me to name the people that have been the same people.
Does Peanut, like in a sense, right? Peanut, like there's also, again, I also says there's sweat equity, right? So there's going to be people who play their positions for certain things, right? So right now, if like Patar, right? Patar is doing the Buttcoin and stuff, right? So if Patar now has a bunch of materials and all of a sudden someone robs Patar for 100K of materials, who's gonna put themselves in the front line of that? Peanut, right?
I mean,
and
everybody would.
I don't want to say everybody would. I'm not, like, again, I'm gonna say what I'm just talking about the Peanut situation, right? Peanut's gonna put himself front line. Peanut's gonna, you know, whatever war that is, Peanut's gonna take some losses. Peanut's gonna go to jail. Peanut's gonna do all of this for that 100K that Patar lost in thing, right? So
I think one other thing is
that's literally a game.
not that, but
I think
Me and you have done it multiple times.
I'm not.
Can I-
Go ahead, Patar.
I think one other thing is there's
Chat, I
stuff
know the
that
20%.
happens that
I'm talking about the
whole
cleaning
gang
of money.
doesn't know. Like,
I'm not
I
talking
could
about
give
the
Kay
20%.
something behind the scenes without having the whole gang know. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure most of the gang doesn't know that I put in 7K Buttcoin just to the gang for free, you know?
Yeah.
And like stuff like there's stuff like that where people don't know, but also there's no point in like flaunting that, you know?
Exactly, because exactly, right? So that's why I said, Patar, the position you play in the gang is very vital, right? Patar, you put in a lot of work, right? So that's known, right? But I know what Chris is saying, where it's the same people that do the lot, and then the people that do kind of slack, you become put in the y'all category, like all of y'all not doing work, right?
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, no, I get that.
Well, it's the same thing where people think I'm getting fucking paid for the shit I do. I literally just been slave working right now. Like I literally everything I do has been for free, and the system that we set up was to try to cover that with the weed, and now the weed's fucked. You know what I mean? But like you said, like I don't care about the percentage or anything like that. You know what I mean? You just said that this system was put in place to fucking make people that don't pay their share, and I'm like, well, we already know that the people that we have issues with. But if there's things that I'm missing out on, then there's things I'm missing out on. But like things that I've seen firsthand is what I'm going to go off of, not what I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't make a decision based off information I don't know, just what I've actually seen.
So then my point is like I know what you're saying based on what you're standing on, but I again as from the perspective I got from K, it was like he'll see everybody's problems, and then he'll make a solution based off of that. Am I making sense? So he might be like, yo, Chris puts in mad work and XYZ doesn't do shit. You know, XYZ is lazy, but Chris puts in mad work, so I got to take this in accountability. He's not gonna yell at XYZ and be like, you ain't shit, you're nothing, and Chris is the best. He's gonna be like, all right, from now on, this is the solution. Everything that people get is 20%, not just weed, not just moonshine, everything. You go out there, you do a jewelry run. 20% is going to that, because you know why? In that jewelry run, you're gonna have.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, brother?
What's good?
What's up?
What's happening?
Let's go over here. Chat, he can speak his thoughts, bro. This is like this is technically a private conversation between me and Chris.
Yeah.
Just that you guys get to see it.
All I was doing was replying to what you said.
This is just
You know what I
RP,
mean?
chat. No, I get what you're saying. Like, I'm not. Don't think I'm. One thing I'm
It
trying
doesn't
to
make me saying it doesn't make them bad, right? Like we just know what we're used to.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nobody's
It's kind of just been what it was.
nobody's saying don't express yourself and don't express your thoughts. Like you said, there might be shit that you don't know, right? So it can be either talked out in this conversation, expressed, and you can correct. This is a private conversation, right? I'm not gonna go tell anybody about this conversation. I'm just saying, like, I don't want you to feel that you are any less, but also want you to know that there's a lot of shit that like, it's like what Kay said, right? Kay said, yo, Zo, if you think weed is shit, don't push weed. He's like, I'm not forcing you. Like, one thing Kay doesn't do, he doesn't force you to make money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a reason why, like, he doesn't have Richard doing Sandy. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody.
Is he alive?
Yeah, Richard's alive, yeah.
I haven't seen him in so long.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen him either.
But again, you got assets like Patar and you, right? You guys are the newer members, but you know, Patar is smart and has a lot does good with the logistics of things. Look at Ellie, right? Look at a lot of the newer members, right? But also there's a way the gang runs, and there's a structure on how it is, and that's what it is, right? And there's OGs, there's newer, and then there's new people. And you know, like for instance, Sakid, I know what you're saying, oh well, what has Sakid done? Or he hasn't done the weed shit, but Sakid is the top hacker in the crew, besides Rami. Right? So we probably wouldn't be able to finish Maze without Sakid, right? So that's profited the gang so much, or Art Gallery. Not to say that, oh, Chris is not a hacker or this person couldn't have did it, but Sakid did it, you know? And so I don't want to take anything from anybody else.
So I think you're misinterpreting what I meant. So like what I said is the grind. I thought you meant the grind. What they do individually, what their skill set is not what I'm talking about. They're very skilled. You know what I mean? And they're very useful to the gang, and they use different skills.
Yeah.
When you originally said people aren't paying their fair share, I thought you meant the grind. So I said, well, the people that grind the most and then say shit usually come away with brand new cars while we're broke and shit like that. And then say, like, you know, people ain't doing their job. And that's what I was talking about. That's why I was talking about Tugs, Peanut, because Peanut says he's broke all the time. Motherfucker got a gauntlet and everything else, but there's probably Hazel doing it all for him. You know what I mean? So that's what I was talking. I was talking about the grind. I wasn't talking about skill sets or like how useful they are to the gang type shit. Because that's what I thought you meant. Because you said 30% is for like, or 20, 10%, whatever, is because people ain't paying their fair share, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're basing your
answer. And
answer.
what they're actually, like, everybody that is literally in CG right now is needed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have been. You know what I mean? I respect. That's why I don't like disrespect anybody or like try to step up. And then this is a private conversation. But I thought you meant like grind wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're basing off the point that I said. Like, people gotta put in their money, right? So your basically answer was to that point that I said.
Yeah. Because those are the same people that will say something about like, oh, where's that money going at the meetings and shit like that, and they also then show up in like a 300K car or a fucking gauntlet and everything else. And that was early stages. You know what I mean?
Half the time when people do that, they're just stirring.
Yeah, I know they are.
Yeah. I think the one thing about like CG is, like Chris, obviously without you, like we like material wise, we'd be suffering, you know. Like, but one thing about CG is you'll never get that recognition, at least from what I've seen. You know, it'll be like, yeah, no, Chris is doing a good job. That's it. It won't be like,
oh yeah, I don't care about that though.
No,
Yeah.
but Chris, that's the thing, right? Why I said even with the materials, like, it will get overlooked if you're not presenting it, you know, like,
yeah,
like if you're not handing those materials to K directly, like, or,
well, I know that's. Remember when you, I was giving you all those materials those 2 months, and we made thousands of fucking lockpicks, and you were telling me that they thought somebody else did it. So
yeah,
I mean, that's just the way it is.
That's just always the way it's been. It's just too much people in the gang to notify it, right? And like, so now it's like you know, oh, what, like, you know, kind of like Chris does all the materials, so it's like you should be notified with that. Just like Batar, right? He does the Bitcoin. He says, "Oh, this is the bill." I'm not saying.
Yeah, but at this point, if it isn't me and like me and Batar are like just yin and yang at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the Bitcoin wouldn't be there if Batar wasn't putting it in there and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's like the organization. I'm just, you know, I'm the mule.
We work hand in hand, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I don't think everybody knows that, right? Because you kind of like fall back a little bit.
Yeah, like for example, so did you know we upgraded the farm for the Bitcoin this week?
Kay was saying that there's a 400K bill or something gotta pay Qatar, so I assumed.
Yeah.
Where's our farm?
So we have 120 in Laporta. Sorry, 160 in Laporta house, and then 80 in the White House.
Yeah.
So it's split up like that. But since we're getting the laundry machines out of the warehouse, the
Yeah, a lot of people don't know
the
exactly
farm
what
and
Chris
the warehouse
does,
will
but Chris
function
does a
so much
lot.
better now.
And this week we should be grinding out. Everybody's on point, so we should have another.
Yeah, and
I would
Chris,
say
listen,
like another 50, right?
listen to me, man. I don't want you, because I know how you are, and I don't want you to feel unappreciated because you do a lot of shit. And
Yeah, but that's not what it started off.
you-
I'm not, trust me, dude. We've been months. That's not where it's at. I already know. You know what I mean? I get appreciated in other ways. We fuck around, we chill, and then you know, I'm not. That's not anything that I'm concerned about. I was just answering to what you were saying.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
I'll admit I tried to stir, but I'm not really good at it. So
No.
So what's happening with the money stuff right now, Zo?
So basically, the meeting was like, we're gonna have a big meeting today, so I don't want to just like ruin it.
No,
but,
I get that. I
but
get that.
we're moving the money situation to the
Grove House.
to the Grove House.
Okay, yeah, because I saw that this morning, but I don't
Yeah.
want to touch
So
anything.
me, Ellie, Aria, and Tugs, and I think maybe you might be in charge of it because you are early, Storm. And
Yeah, if,
basically we're
if-
gonna go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I didn't want to touch anything because I was gonna watch Chris's money, but I didn't want to touch anything until that was said and like we have the system. Like until I hear it from you guys and that system's kind of set in place. I'm just gonna be playing with the bench. But other than that, until I'm told I can touch the money, I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of, you know, basically the responsible people. Not to say anybody else is irresponsible, but you know.
It's like the people that are around that can be.
Yeah, well, like for instance, look
You
at
don't want to have too many hands in the pot either.
exactly the trailer, right? There's few people that have
Yeah.
keys and no money's ever gone missing, right? There's a reason, right?
Yeah.
So, what I'm saying, what he's basically saying is that, you know, 10% to clean the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't go in our pockets. That goes to the gang pockets.